See?
Yeah.
Hi, can you run us through the intros?
Yes. Bruce Carter did not practice. He's out. Darren Lee did not practice. He's out. Kellen Davis did not practice. He's out. Nick Mango did not practice. He's doubtful. Brent Qualley, Ryan Clady did not practice. They're doubtful. Or Ryan Clady's questionable, rather. Brent Qualley's doubtful. Muhammad Wilkerson was limited. He's questionable. Brandon Shell was limited with his shoulder. He's questionable. And Breno Giacomini was limited. He's questionable.
So Giacomini's a new thing, right? It's not his back.
It's his shoulder.
What's y'all concerned with him? It's lady.
We'll see on Sunday. I think Breno's doing more than Ryan's doing right now.
How did Shell get hurt?
Hurt his shoulder in the team period.
Do you have any bit of a better feeling on CJ? Just how he's progressed this week. I know Chance said he looked like he was picking up the offense pretty well.
Yeah, he picked it up good. He moves around pretty good. We're not tackling, so it's a little hard to get a true progression on him. But he's a pro. He's ready to play if we need him to play.
What are you seeing from the Dolphins' defensive line?
Penetrating, they're tough, they're fast, they're strong, they're athletic. You get the whole gamut, run game and pass game. They got 4 guys that can do it.
Sue received a pretty sizable amount of criticism last year just for not playing up to the contract. I know this year he's been a little bit better, but when you watch film of him, do you still see the same player that he was in Detroit?
I don't think he's changed at all. I mean, he's got a lot more help this year. I don't think he changed at all. He plays the same way. He's aggressive, he's tough, and he's strong.
Clady, how do you feel like he's played this year?
He's played tough. I mean, he battles. He battles. He had some games where he got overpowered a little bit, but he more than held up his share of the bargain. Obviously, he's been nicked up a little bit here and there, but I thought he's done a courageous job.
I think some of the numbers had him, give up the second most pressures among tackles. I think PFF has. I mean, is that what you see too? Giving up a lot of pressure to the quarterback.
I haven't seen that. I mean, he gave up some pressures here or there, but nobody's sacking the quarterback, and he's in front of his man. He's doing his job.
How much do you think is the shoulder affecting him?
No, he's tough. If he can play, he's going to play, but I'm pretty sure quietly he's not saying anything.
Can you just talk a little about what Wes Johnson's done for you? And, how you evaluate what you've seen at it?
Well, Wes stepped in and done a great job while Nick is out. We already knew he was smart. He was tough. The leader on the field. He learned a lot from Mangold, and he's been doing a good job for us.
I know it's game. A lot of the stuff is game specific and what's going on in games, but there's a pretty direct correlation of when you've run the ball and when you've gotten Matt going. That you've had some success. Can you talk a little bit about that? And is there an emphasis to try to stay committed to the running game?
Well, it helps us to run the football. We don't want to be one-dimensional. If you can run the football and throw when you want to, that opens up a lot of things. So the last 2 games we've been able to get that going. So that helps all the way around.
How do you feel that Forte's been running the ball?
He's been running good. I mean, him and Bilal have been doing a good job. The line's been blocking, so we had 2 good weeks. So we're just going to try to continue that.
Well, he's such a good pass catcher coming in here, obviously, his previous resume. But obviously Bilal's good at that as well. So it seems like, it's a little bit split up. When you brought him in, did you envision maybe Forte being a little bit more involved in the passing game than he has been? Or has that just been, a kind of a schematic thing that you bring in Bilal in on thirds a lot?
Yeah, Bilal's been coming in. It's been more schematics. I mean, Matt's been getting the bulk of the runs, and when Bilal comes in, it opens up a little bit more. He's been getting some of the passes. Not that Matt couldn't, but then we would overwork him there, so Bilal gets a lot of plays as well. It's just a matter of timing. I mean, he'll get his catches. Between the 2 of them, they have some catches, so it's just the position that we're worried about, not the player.
I'm not sure exactly how Miami aligns, but especially given that he's a backup, would you expect that Wesley Johnson will get a lot of Sue in this game?
Well, so he's going to get a lot of everybody. They'll line him up in there sometimes, so he just got to be ready to play.
What stood out to you in how he played last week in his first start?
Just his toughness and his leadership role on the field. The center's got to command a lot from a vocal standpoint, and he did that very well.
Did you guys have to change anything that you did, or in terms of blocking patterns? Or?
No.
We've talked a lot about Revis, I think, but the secondary in general, I mean, you guys are last in the league in passing defense. I mean, does that bother you?
Yeah, we're last in the league.
Does it, you were a DB as a player, it's a specialty as a coach. I mean, is it something you take personally then?
I take everything personally. I'm the head coach, so whether it's the secondary, the running game, or anything else, I take it personally.
Is there one thing you can point to with the secondary that's causing problems?
Not one thing to point to. We're just not playing well enough. We got to play a lot better.
Couple more.
No, the Patriots traded Jamie Collins earlier this week. What was your reaction to that?
I didn't have none.
Do you like when you see it? He's a good player.
If it doesn't concern us, I don't care.
Do you think the pass rush needs to improve a little bit for you guys to help out the secondary?
Sometimes it does. Sometimes the pass rush can help the secondary. Sometimes the secondary can help the pass rush. It all ties together.
All right. Thanks, Coach.
Yeah.